Welcome to my show, honey. Welcome to Soraya's Kitchen.
This was a beige refrigerator, which the cameraman helped me get this refrigerator, cameraman. Do you remember? This was a beige refrigerator, and I wanted to transform it. I didn't want to buy a new refrigerator. I have white appliances, and I wanted my refrigerator white. So I contact papered the refrigerator white, which was so much work. It just was driving me nuts, but I got it done. I can't believe that I did it. I painted the handles, took the handles off, painted them the same color as the walls. I contact papered the hubs here, the caps, with the zebra print that I use all over my kitchen, which I love. I did both of them here. And then I was inspired. You know, I'm a big Marilyn Monroe fan. I just love Marilyn Monroe. So I found this decal on eBay, and I didn't want to put it all the way up here. I didn't want to put it all the way down there, so I took the risk of cutting it. I didn't get it really even, but I think it looks incredible. So, darling, I will never be as beautiful as Marilyn Monroe. However, she inspires Soraya Sobradad to the max, darling. She is just a beautiful angel, and now she sees me cook all the time. I love her. And then we have other angels. We have my mom. Oh my God, she was a beauty too. Look at her. She's such a Boricua princess. She was 16 here. This is my mother, my darlings. Oh my God, so she's here all the time when I cook. And here's my dad. Now he was a dapper man. I love my dad. So here's my dad, very attractive. My dad was very fair, as you could see. My mother was dark skinned, medium dark, which is why I came up as beautiful as I am. But Marilyn, I love her. So I have Marilyn, I have my mom, I have my father, I have I have legs to show. And I think for whatever reason, these got bigger. The waist got a little smaller. I think when I took off the face, went over here. But I have a new appliance, and maybe we could take a picture up here. I love what I did here with these lights, because you know I love my disco lights. And I have my Philips air fryer, my Cuisinart food processor, who's so jealous that the Philips air fryer has top billing with him. He says, Soraya, I've been here first. And what's this Philips air fryer thing doing next to me? He's like, what's up with that? Mira, ¿qué está pasando aquí, ah? And I said to Cuisinart, I said to Mr. Papi Cuisinart, Mr. Papi Cuisinart, any recipe that I make, it starts with you. Anything I chop, puree, once in a while I use the Philips air fryer. I use every day practically, Papi, so you're number one. You're the number one, Papi. So he feels a little better. So he's like, okay. And he's like so intimidated because the Philips air fryer is so much bigger than him. And then over here we have a microwave shelf that I got, which I love, but I think I'm going to take it down. This is the microwave that was on my countertop that I like a lot. I like the solution, and I like the fact that I could turn on my little disco light here. I love my disco lights. I love this, but it doesn't give me as much clearance as I'd like for cooking, you know. And so I did order a microwave, which is convention cooking and standard microwave technology, which I'm going to put here. So it'll give me like 5 more inches up here, which I really do need, you know. And I'll have a vent, and I'll have light, and all that cute stuff. Though I did get very resourceful and put a light here as well. So I've been working really hard, and my stove is a mess. So that's what's been going on in Soraya's kitchen. But in about 2 weeks, I am getting a new microwave, which I'm really looking forward to. So I'll be selling this, not selling any of this. So anyway, so that's the little update on my kitchen. You guys have seen the pink, and I love the kitchen. I love the way it looks. And my name is the super sexy, super fabulous, and super desirable Soraya Sobradad. Welcome to my kitchen, and welcome to my show.
Welcome to my show, honey. Welcome to Soraya's Kitchen. When you're feeling blue, you don't know what to do. Carrying such a heavy load, honey, feels like you're all alone. You need a new recipe, well, I'm the one to see. Friday rolls along, you wanna hear my song, so welcome to my show. Welcome to my kitchen. show is so hot, honey. The fish, the meat.
I'm gonna try this anyway. My name is the super sexy, super fabulous, and super desirable Soraya Sobada. Welcome to my kitchen, welcome to my show. Now, today is a Saturday and it's an impromptu Saturday. I decided just to get up and just do a show. Because I haven't done a show in a long time, and it was really, time now to get the ball rolling, get the rolling pin rolling again, and get back into episodes. I take my little breaks and then I come back and whatever the case may be. But Ola's, my name is the super sexy, super fabulous, and super desirable Soraya Sobada. I'm the queen of healthy Latin cooking, and I'm always touching my hair, darling. Welcome to my show. Now, we're doing a Puerto Rican recipe. All my recipes are pretty much at this point in my career very Puerto Rican, because I love my Puerto Rican cuisine, and well, my whole mission with my cooking is healthy Puerto Rican cooking, right? Healthy Latin cooking. And a lot of the recipes that I make are pretty traditional for a lot of different cultures. What I'm going to make today, Jamaicans make it, West Indians make it, I'm sure some South Americans make it, and it's called Bacalaitos. And Bacalaitos are codfish fritters, and I love Bacalaitos. We call them that, Bacalaitos, in Spanish. Now, they're made out of codfish, bacalao. Italians cook with bacalao. A lot of people cook with codfish, salted codfish, and they're delicious. Now, they're usually made with white flour and usually fried. Now, mine are going to be gluten-free, and they're not going to be fried. Okay, so that's going to be the recipe for today. And just a couple of things, this week was Junito Perez's birthday, which was March 23rd. So he had a pretty low-key birthday. He was, taking care of a lot of things. One of them is painting the kitchen for me, him and I developed a theme of colors, which is pink and silver, and we really like it. And you'll see more through this episode what we did with the kitchen. And so it was his birthday and the anniversary of the New York Times review that I was in, that he manifested for me. He created that opportunity for me. And also the Food Network airing repeated on April 17th and 18th, the same dates as he said in his video that he posted this week. They were the same dates of the anniversary of the New York Times review. So that was so cute, right? I was so excited, and I'm excited too. And I'm always touching my hair. I just want to make sure I look pretty for all of you. So, so that was this week in review. And the political segments were up. I hope you enjoyed them with my honey bunny, Daniel Drum. I'm sorry, I'm always fixing and checking. Yeah, that was what we did previous, and now we're back into the cooking show realm and trying to get the kitchen really cuter and brighter and all of that for the cooking shows. So we're going to go now through the ingredients, and I've been getting a few requests for videos to be posted, right? And I love that. You guys are like, Soraya, where are you? Where have you been? And of course, the male fans that I have, and I have quite a bit of them, they're like, Soraya, will you come over and cook at my place? Can you make a special meal for me? And I'm going to say it to you like this. Siempre me preguntas, Soraya, cuando venga a mi casa, y yo siempre lo respondes, quizás, quizás, quizás. Y así pasan los días y los papis siguiendo de preguntando, Soraya, cuando me prenda el fuego a la estufa, quizás, 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 estás perdiendo el tiempo pensando, bueno, no perdiendo tiempo, pensando, preguntan a Soraya, ¿cuándo vas a cocinar en mi cocina? Y siempre yo lo responde que casi y donde no sabes, cuando llego a tu casa para cocinarte, quizás, quizás, quizás. Oh, honey, I don't know what's going on. I guess it's the visibility. A couple of my guy friends, I just know them, they YouTube me and message me and say, oh, Soraya, you're so cute. I love the way you cook. Could you come over to my house and cook for me? And I'm like, I don't know. I have to think about it. Y así pasan los días, pensando a quién voy a llegar a cocinar, porque mi estufa, ay, está tan caliente. Quizás. Okay, so now we're gonna go to the ingredients. We'll be right back. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad I finally got dressed to do a cooking show. Oh my God, we'll be right back. Hi, this is Soraya. We're going to the ingredients for my bacalaitos. Now, I'm a big Bisquick fan. Bisquick gluten-free. Now, you guys know that I'm making all my recipes are gluten-free, and this is one of my favorite flours for gluten-free. We're using a cup of this flour, okay? And we have measuring cups for this. We're using a 1/4 teaspoon of oregano. I like to give my bacalaitos sort of a meaty flavor. We're using 1/3 teaspoon of Goya adobo. We're using a 1/4 teaspoon of cumin, which I adore. We're using a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Alright? We're using cooking spray because we're not frying the bacalaitos, okay? So now I'm going to ask the cameraman to give a good close-up of Soraya because we do not fry it. Soraya Sobidas for this cooking show. So we're doing a cooking spray on a non-stick skillet. We're going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric. Now turmeric is an antioxidant, and it's great. It's a really good spice that actually gives coloring. Yes. It's almost as pretty as Soraya Sobidas color. But we're definitely going to use that. We're going to use just a little bit of that. We're going to use and utilize a very Latin herb, which is cilantro. Fresh cilantro that's chopped. So we have 2 teaspoons of chopped cilantro and 2 whole garlic cloves that I'll crush and add to the batter. We're using 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Okay? With the garlic, we're going to use a garlic presser. We're going to use a whisk. We have a bowl here that we're going to put all the ingredients, and we have measuring spoons here. Now we're going to use. I'm gonna come over here. This is where I have my bacalao. I like this brand Tropical. It's dried, it's salted. What we're gonna do is gonna rinse the bacalao. Once we have the bacalao cooked, we're only using 6 ounces of the bacalao. And we're gonna use 1 cup of the broth from the bacalao. Now, so I'll show you how it's gonna be done. So I'll turn on my little light here. My task light, because I'm tasking away. So this is the codfish, and we're going to rinse the salt off the codfish. This will be about 6 ounces of bacalao once it's cooked. And then I have my Cuisinart, who's been so cool, right? We got some water here. We're just going to add the bacalao into the water. Turn on the fabulous stove. We're going to get that fire burning, honey. Get the water boiling. Now we have the bacalao in my lovely little Cuisinart pan. Yes, and now you see the other piece of fish that's in the kitchen. I'm just kidding. So yes, we're gonna get this boiling. Now we're gonna have the bacalao boil for 20 minutes, and then once we get the first 20 minutes done, we go back, we rinse the bacalao, we add fresh water, and let it boil another 20 minutes. And then you're gonna get this to a boil, right? You're gonna cover it if you wish. Let it boil for 20 minutes. Rinse the water. Come back, put more water, fresh batch of water, and boil for another 20 minutes, okay? So now when this is done in 40 minutes, you don't need to wait for that. We'll be back, so we're gonna pause. All right, so we have actually, instead of 6 ounces, we have 7 ounces of bacalao, which is okay. The bacalao's already been boiled down, okay? I'm gonna actually tear it apart with my hands. My hands are clean. And we have the broth here, the bacalao broth. And we're gonna get started. And this is like, I really do not know why anyone would use the box mix of Goya bacalao. I have no qualms with Goya. I love Goya. When I growing up as a little person, as a young person, Goya was the brand, okay? So it was like a representation of the Latino culture growing and growing. Because, you know, as a little Puerto Rican youngster that I was, and I'm a Puerto Rican mature woman that I am now, you know, back then there were no representations of, you know, of the Puerto Rican culture. And when Goya came on the scene with all their products, it's like we started arriving in our own little way. So I give Goya a lot of props. But this recipe is so simple, so there's no reason why once in a while you could just make your own, you know, bacalaitos. So with my speech, we're gonna go into the preparation. So we're using a cup of the Bisquick flour, and I'm gonna come to this angle here, so you could see just using a straight up cup of flour, nice cup. We're gonna add it here. We're going to take our measuring cup and we're going to take a cup of the bacalao broth, like I said, add it. I'm just gonna put that away to the side, put that over there. Okay, now since we don't have all the ingredients yet, I'm just gonna get that started with a whisk, just gently bring it together. Okay, good. I'm gonna start adding my spices, my herbs. So, my darlings, I'm so glad you're back. That's the last Sabadowski's cooking show. Now, what I said about the turmeric, we're just gonna add a little bit of turmeric. I have a 1/4 teaspoon here, and it just gives it a little bit of a golden color. Okay? And if you need to add more water or broth to the batter, you certainly can do that. It's kind of thick right now, and again, I'm gonna need more water. Now with the baking powder, we're going to use a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Okay. And then with the adobo, we're going to use 1/3. I'm going to just take this off the top so we can get to it easily. We're going to add 1/3 of the adobo. Yes. We're going to add, I just love doing it by hand on this level. We're going to just take the oregano, just a pinch to give it color and give it spice. Give it a little meaty flavor, even though this is a fish dish. And then here, I'm not going to measure it with a measuring spoon, but just a couple of dashes of the cumin. Okay? And of course, oh my God, the black pepper. I don't know why with the bacalaitos, it's really important to give it the black pepper. So we're going to do here, gotta be careful with the black pepper, 1/2, and another 1/2 is giving us a teaspoon of black pepper, nice and spicy. Okay, so we mix that up, that's nice. We're going to use like 2 teaspoons of the cilantro, and we're going to take the garlic. This is so cool. You just garlic presser, and the garlic comes out there. Very cool. And we have the other garlic here. We add it, we press. Get that in there. And that's it, basically. I'm going to mix this up a little bit. And then now we're going to add the bacalao. Actually, you know that I said that there were 7 ounces here, right? I think I'm going to go light. I'm going to go with the 6, so I'm not going to add all of it. But you just take it with your hands, just crush it up a little bit. Get it to like some flakes, you know, and just add it in. And I think that's all I'm going to add here. Okay. And then I'm going to add just a little bit more of the broth that I still have remaining. And then with the whisk too, you can help the codfish get broken up a little bit with the whisk. And I think that's the consistency that I want. It can't be too thick nor too watery. If you get it watery, it's okay. You know, then add a little bit more flour. And then if it's too thick, just add more broth like I just did. But you want it to be like a pancake batter basically, but not too runny. Again, not too thick. Right? Now, I love when I do these batters for the bacalaito, if I can refrigerate this overnight and let the pepper, let the turmeric, let the codfish, let all the flavors really, like you're almost marinating your batter. So the next day when you go to reach for it and you cook, right, and you prepare, you have all these wonderful flavors that have sat for a little while, right? So it's going to be a real robust, real tasty meal. So that's going to be a tip for you guys the time that you make the bacalaitos. So now what we're going to do is we're going to prepare the bacalaitos on the nonstick skillet. Okay, so now we have the batter here and we have all the ingredients. And now what you do is you just stir this up. Now you want to make sure this is not watery. So you want to make sure that it's like a pancake batter. You want to make sure it's not too thick. So if it ends up being too thick the first time around when you add all the ingredients, and just add a little bit more broth or water. And if it's too watery, just add a little bit more of the Bisquick mix, okay? So I feel we have an excellent consistency. We have the green of the cilantro, we have the pepper specks, we have the codfish in there, we have a little bit of turmeric to give it color, so we're ready to go. Alright, so we're going to go to the stove now, and we're going to fry up a few. Now, we're not frying, we're cooking them in a non-stick skillet with cooking spray, and I'll show you how to do that right now. Okay, so now we have cooking spray. Now, I just happened to pick up today Pam spray, organic. I've never seen the Pam spray organic version before. Organic canola oil, so I figured that for the cooking show today, we'll go with it. You know how I like very healthy products, healthy ingredients, and if I have something that's organic, that's fantastic. So I have the Cuisinart skillet. I just put some cooking spray on there. We have a lovely batter here, which is so cool, right? We have the batter of the bacalaitos, all seasoned, ready to go. I'm gonna take the whisk out. Now, we're gonna make sure that this is nice and hot. Once it's really hot, we're gonna go ahead. Once it's really hot, we're gonna go ahead and I have 1/3 cup. And so what we do is we just add a bit down. Yeah, so now we have, the skillet is hot, as you can see, and it's bubbling. It's hot and bubbling like Soraya hot and bubbles most of the time, okay? In the kitchen when she's cooking, when I'm cooking. We have another 1/3 cup. We're gonna, yes, that's what I want to hear. Nice little sizzle. Okay? This mix is supposed to make about 10 bacalaitos, but it really depends on the size. As you can see, I used the 1/3 cup. You can use a 1/4 cup. You can make them smaller. And I like my bacalaitos like this. Like little pancakes, like fritters, okay? Now, it's on like medium to high heat, and that's fine. We're gonna give the bacalaitos a little spray on top, okay? Because we're not frying them, so you wanna add some fat. You can be pretty generous on the cooking spray. The cooking spray is a lot better to cook with than frying them. So, what you're gonna do is maybe give it like 3 minutes on each side. If you wanna put the timer, you can. You're gonna make them a golden brown. And we're gonna just cook them up. And actually I have the timer, so we'll talk a little bit. I'm glad to be back to do cooking show videos. I hope you guys like the pink, and you guys like the rack, and the little pink and silver knobs. Yeah, we have the pink and silver knobs on the cabinets, which I changed. That was Jimmy Perez's idea. The pink pole, and then it's gray up here. It's so cool, I love it. So, I don't know, I'm smelling this, so I'm gonna just turn one. And you can see it's a little brown. That's exactly what we want, right? You see the cilantro? That's fresh cilantro. So cool. That's beautiful. Look like little pancakes, right? Yeah. So easy. And you give it another spray. Now, because this is flour. Now, what I like doing is the first browning, that one side, uncovered, right? Now, the timer, I'm going to set it for 3 minutes. Now, I'm going to get a lid over here, because the one thing you want to make sure, you don't have the stove on too high, and not cooking the bacalaitos, because that's a flour and it needs to cook. So, we're going to have this covered for about 2 minutes, then uncover it, and then turn them over again. They should be golden brown on both sides, and most certainly the batter should be cooked. Okay, so we're gonna do that and then we'll be right back. Okay, so you can see that they're getting puffed up a little bit, just like pancakes do, right? And I just took the cover off naturally, right? So good, good, good. So we see that. We'll put the heat up a little bit more. Yes, yes, yes. I love bacalaitos. See, and when you have those little bubbles like on them like that, and you know that they're cooked. And just make sure that they're nice and brown, cooked really good. I'm going to give it another minute covered. Okay. So now we're coming back. They look really good. I'm going to get a plate over here, my little pantry plates. I have a nice lid holder over here, which I love using. Now you can just take the bacalaitos, put them. Okay, so now we're gonna serve the bacalaitos. They've been in the skillet for about 2 to 3 minutes each side. They're nice and golden brown. We're gonna put them here. Look how pretty they are. Oh my God, almost as pretty as me. I sound so full of myself, but you know. So these are the bacalaitos. These are Soraya Soledad's gluten-free, low-fat. They're not fried bacalaitos now. They're piping hot like me, but then you see now, they're nice, they're cooked. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God. And you can see a little bit of the grease there. Oh my God, they're really good. Oh yeah. Oh my God, yeah, so they're delicious. So that concludes the recipe of Soraya Soledad's Bacalaitos. Like I always say, I wish you guys were here so you can taste it. It has a nice peppery taste to it. I like my bacalaitos to taste like bacalao. So they have a nice bacalao flavor. The pepper is awesome. Pepper is awesome. And the cilantro really makes it. The garlic is there. The turmeric made it a little golden colored. They're just beautiful, beautiful. I would say this batter would make about 6 to 7 of them. Now mine are a little big because you could tell, right? And you can still see, even though we didn't deep fry it, my fingers are a little greasy, and that's okay. So that means that, you know, it's not totally like fat-free where it doesn't taste good at all. I have to go take another little piece. You know, they're still really, really tasty, but you don't have to fry them to make them taste good. And they're gluten-free. You can't beat that. So that concludes my episode of Soraya Soledad's gluten-free, low-fat bacalaitos. The ingredients will be posted in the description line of the YouTube video. And, you know, please watch my show. It's once a month on Manhattan Cable Access, Manhattan Neighborhood Network, the third Sunday of the month. And my cooking show also airs on Queens Public Access TV twice a month, the first Monday of the week at 11 a.m. and then on Saturday at 9:30 p.m. And always check my website. You can always see the dates for my cooking shows and any up and coming events that I'm doing, any shows or anything like that. So thank you for coming to Soraya Soledad's Fierce Cooking Show. Again, my recipe of gluten-free, low-fat bacalaitos. Okay, I'll see you guys soon. Bye.